Hi everyone, welcome to the Ever Seeking Empath. On this channel I do tarot, oracle, and charms, but I've also got some different picture and word dice that I'd like to integrate into my videos in the future, as well as some other forms of divination that I'm interested in dabbling in, so stay tuned for that if you're interested. So since it's kind of coming up on Halloween and it's October, I wanted to do some themed readings this month. So today's reading is kind of witchy, and I asked, what's brewing in your life in October? So I chose these kind of vintagey postcards here for you to pick from, and I ended up choosing a bunch of different cards that were kind of witchy or made me think of a witch doing spells and brewing potions in like a little cottage in the woods. And you can see that I've got a very professional origami witch hat and cauldron over here. So, yeah, if you have not done a pick-a-pile before, what you need to do is just look at these three piles here and let your intuition guide you to 1, 2, or 3, and that will be your pile. It's best to choose one, but you can choose more than one or all three. And you might find that only some things resonate from each pile if you pick more than one. And because this is a general reading, it's not a private reading, you'll probably find that not everything resonates for your situation. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. So for the charm bowl, this is my lovely charm bowl. I like to use this heart here to figure out what's in the heart of the matter. And if you've seen videos by Charmed Intuition Tarot, you'll probably know where I'm going with that, because she uses a focus palm, which is kind of a similar concept to what I'm doing here. So I would highly recommend her videos if you have not yet watched those. She's really great. And before we get started, I just wanted to say I would love if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy what you watch, which will let you know when I post new content, and you'll be able to be among the first to see when I've posted. And again, the piles are 1, 2, and 3. So take a deep breath and choose your pile. The timestamps will be in the description box and the comments below. Now let's get started with pile number 1. Hi Group 1, welcome to your reading. Let's figure out what's brewing for you this October. So I am going to start with your tarot and then your oracle cards, and then I'm going to finish with the charms. So for your tarot, you've got the Ten of Swords, the World, and the Magician. So I feel like whatever you've been dealing with for a while has kind of left you emotionally and mentally spent, and you're just exhausted from it. You're ready for it to be over. And the good news is the worst is over. So you're ready to leave it behind you, to let it go, and to move into a period of time where you're able to manifest the life that you want, and just know that you've got all the tools that you need. You're ready to do this, and you just have to figure out what you want to achieve and how to get there. So for your oracle cards, you've got the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So yeah, the energy is picking up. I feel like you're already kind of starting on a new phase this month, and you're ready to be kind of picking up speed a little bit, that you're figuring out what direction you want to go in and kind of getting excited and enthusiastic for this new cycle that you're entering. You've got compassion. So after being kind of burnt out from all this, you might want to reach out to some other people. Other people might need your compassion as well, but you just don't be afraid to ask others for help. Don't be afraid to ask them for a sympathetic ear if you need it. Just recognize that you have people who care about you around you, and you can make use of that. You have affirmation for positive change. So I feel like you're seeing the new life that you want on the horizon. You're getting excited to go there. You're leaving behind the turmoil, you're leaving behind whatever parts of your life you no longer need. Notice she's got this dress and jewelry kind of sitting there that she's like taken that off. She's ready for an adventure at this point, and she's moving on to a better period of time. And you can see that mermaid there. I feel like she's waiting, ready to kind of lend a hand if it's needed. So that's kind of emphasizing that message of compassion. Don't be afraid to use that if you need it. And now for your spirit cat card, here's your cat. And it says, courage. Meet Alice. She is small but brave, jumping headfirst down the rabbit hole. Although the unknown may seem scary and fraught with danger, we should always hold faith in the beautiful possibilities and discoveries awaiting us. True courage is listening to our intuition and moving in the direction of our heart's deepest yearning, even when we are afraid and want to turn back to our comfortable, familiar world. Trust yourself enough to take that leap. And always remember, no matter where you land, the ride will be strange, magnificent, and oh so worth it. So yeah, that kind of goes with that positive change and adventure message that I was just saying, that you have no idea what to expect. It can be probably overwhelming at the beginning because anything new is kind of scary, but just take that leap, get excited, embrace that adventurous spirit, and know that you've got quite a ride ahead of you. Now you've also got wish, make a wish with a dandelion in the wind. And you have dance. Allow yourself some fun each day, just as the sun dances with the moon each night. So make a wish. Definitely set your sights on whatever you want to achieve, and then embrace a spirit of fun and just kind of indulge in that positivity, because I feel like that's going to help you to manifest whatever you want to come into your life. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. We are going to move on to your charms. So I'm just going to get your cards out of the way, and I will reference them if I need to. So I like to use this heart to kind of figure out what's at the heart of the situation. So yeah, group 1, what is brewing in your life this October? Okay. So I'm seeing playtime right away, and that kind of goes with that message of dance. So I feel like you do have to probably play. Maybe you've been working really hard or just feeling very serious lately with that Ten of Swords. That can often feel just heavy, serious. You know, it's hard to kind of break out of that and get into a fun stage again and just embrace that kind of lightheartedness. So that's probably in order. So at the heart of the situation, you've got the number 9, so that might be an important number, an important date this month for you. You've got the KitchenAid mixer, which always just makes me think of blending the right ingredients at the right amounts to create whatever you want, and that recognize that you can always change the recipe. So if things aren't working out, if things aren't turning out the way that you want, you can always change it, adjust, try again, and just, I feel like a lot of people experiment in the kitchen, so that's kind of an energy you can take into life as well, as just get into that kind of fun of experimentation and just trying new things. You've got the corset, so I feel like for a long time you've been feeling restricted and restrained. And then you've got the passport, which is also, we've got the other passport over here. So travel could be involved. Maybe you're coming up on a time where you're literally going to embark on an adventure, or you're going to visit people you haven't seen in a long time, especially with the travel restrictions that have been in place. Maybe you're going to be able to move forward in that department. We've got the Ace of Cups here, so you might be moving into a period where you're inviting more love into your life. You might be looking for a romantic relationship, or just kind of embracing love and compassion with other people in your life. We've got the girl who's all dressed up, so that's kind of another emphasis on just that message of having fun, just kind of stay lighthearted, go out dancing, go out with people if you can, just meet up with people, embrace kind of your friendships, and just keep connecting with people. I feel like that's one message kind of coming through is don't cut yourself off from people because you've been hurt in the past or things have been tough or you don't want to burden anybody. So you've got the feather, which is a message for me of signs and synchronicities. So just if you're seeing repeating numbers or a lot of people see coins or feathers or certain birds or other animals just keep popping out to you at times that you really need them, just look for that. We've got this wish message again with this genie's lamp. So make a wish, and I feel like it's got a very good chance of coming true. Maybe not this month, but you're planting the seeds for that to grow. You've got Pride and Prejudice, so that could stand out for some people with that kind of story if anybody is into that particular book or movie or miniseries. It's also a message to just not be prideful. Don't be afraid to reach out to people if you need it. Don't let pride get in your way in that department. A time of peace is coming towards you right now. The reindeer just says embrace the magic, believe in magic, kind of that childlike sense of wonder and belief in magic. You're cutting off things that no longer serve you at this time. You've been thinking about what you want to do for a long period of time, and now you're finally ready to act on it. Don't be afraid to treat yourself. Things coming to you might turn out better than you expect with this bow. With the wine barrel, I feel like you're starting off at this point in time with just the raw grapes, and you have to go through a long process of getting what you want. Mom might stand out for some of you, so maybe you need to connect with your mom, talk with your mom more. There could have been some competition with somebody. Maybe you've been kind of going back and forth with someone and you just were ending up nowhere. This could be kind of the end of a relationship into something new, either with a friend, a family member, a romantic relationship, that you could be moving towards a better relationship or a better period in the relationship that you're in. With this bee, you've been working hard and that's about to pay off. This broom, just clean house, even literally clean your house and kind of get rid of any kind of stagnant energy, move into a period of like just feeling lighter overall. With this bone, try not to dig up too many things from the past, especially if you're discussing things with people. I feel like I'm getting the sense that old arguments that have been happening between people in your life just keep coming up over and over every time you talk with them. So just try to let sleeping dogs lie is kind of the phrase that's coming into my head. With this koi fish, you're going to have good luck coming soon. With the infinity symbol, that's just saying that you might have been in a cycle that you felt like you couldn't escape from for a long period of time, and you're finally moving into a better period of time. And if you kind of don't take advantage of this opportunity, you might have to repeat those lessons again until it kind of sinks in. With this rocking horse, that kind of emphasizes that I feel like you've been moving back and forth. You haven't really gotten anywhere, but you've been putting in the effort. With the seed of life, that's a message of creation and kind of new seeds being planted, the spark of something new. So this is a lot of just new, fresh energy. And with this American flag, it kind of just makes me think of freeing yourself from whatever is no longer serving you, breaking off from things that don't work for you anymore, and moving into a period of time where you can be more authentic and more yourself. All right, group one, I hope that resonates. I would love to hear if it does, so let me know in the comments below what resonates. And I'd love to hear at the end of the month too what's come true for people. That would be awesome if you feel like leaving a comment. If you enjoyed your reading, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and you'll be among the first to know when I post new content. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful October, and I hope to see you next time. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's figure out what's brewing for you this October. So I am going to start with your tarot and oracle cards, and then we'll do charms after that. So for tarot, you've got 3 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and Death. So with that 3 of Swords, I feel like you might have just gone through a period of time where you had a fight with somebody, or just harsh words were exchanged, or you might have had a breakup or something like that. And now you're in kind of the healing period afterwards. But I feel like whatever happened is still weighing on you with that 9 of Wands. And you're just kind of ready for that to be fully over. You're feeling burnt out, and you just feel like you've been maybe in an endless cycle of just fighting and just feeling kind of emotionally and mentally beaten up, that you're just ready for that to be over and done completely. And with Death, you can see that the rope is only hanging on by a tiny thread, and that he's about to cut it for good. And there's this open door with the light kind of peeking through the cracks. So just know that a better period of time is on its way to you. And I feel like October is just going to be kind of that final stretch of healing before you're able to let go for good. So for your oracle cards, you've got Surrender to the Divine, Full Moon. So with that card, I feel like a lot of the time when we go through tough situations, we have the tendency to kind of grasp for control wherever we can, especially when things are out of control, that we want to find something to have power over. And this is just saying release that, take care of the things that you're able to control, but recognize that you don't have control over everything, and just kind of release and know that what's meant for you will come to you in the right moment. You've also got Soothe. So this might be a good month to kind of pamper yourself and just be kind to yourself, take it easy, do things that are kind of good for the soul, whether that's taking a bath or having a cup of tea or reading or just indulging in a treat of some sort. This might be a good time to kind of indulge in that a bit, to help you heal and to just kind of make you feel loved and pampered by yourself. You've also got prosperity and abundance, and that's kind of, that picture is kind of the vibe I was going for with that, what I was saying about the Soothe card. Just, relax, take it easy, have a glass of wine, and just kind of embrace that feeling of prosperity and abundance, and just know that you have or will have everything that you need, and just trust that those good things are on their way to you. That even if this has been a rough period, know that that kind of roughness is nearly over. This is interesting because this is kind of similar to a message I was getting with group 1. So you might want to watch that one too, especially if you're feeling like you were drawn to 2 piles, if you have not watched that already. But you're just at the stage before they were. I feel like they've kind of moved past this and are into moving on. But you're still just in that final stretch before you feel healed at last. So for your spirit cats, it says purification. Meet Calico, the maven of purification. She shows up in our life when it is time to let go of everything that no longer serves us. Long ago, she used to be a sad little kitty and believed that was just who she was. When she realized that sadness was not her at all, but a heavy cloak she had been wearing for much too long, she let the cloak drop off her shoulders and felt as light as air. Now she is simply pure being. What old beliefs, stagnant energy, or unhealthy habits can you toss to the wind in order to set yourself free? So, yeah, that's just kind of with that death energy of just letting go what no longer serves you and just set yourself free from that. So I feel like a good way to do that is to kind of release that need for control. I feel like that might be something that you've been trying to grasp onto for a long time, but just trust and release that. And you've also got joy. Spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the result. So that's another thing that you can do just to kind of treat yourself a little bit. Just embrace that sense of joy, that positivity. I feel like that's a good way to kind of move past that period of just feeling distraught and down and filled with regret, just embrace that positive energy and move towards something. Kind of try to embody the life that you want to be living, whatever that energy is. Try to live every day like that. Okay, group 2, I hope this is resonating. I am going to do your charms now, so I'm going to move your cards out of the way, and we will see what your charms have to say. So I'm going to do the heart dish right there to figure out what's in the heart of the situation. Group 2, what is brewing for you this October? Okay. So in the heart of this situation, you've got Aquarius, so that could be your sign or the sign of someone you're dealing with, and that can resonate for a bunch of people. And this open mouth makes me think that communication is key right now, that maybe you've not been communicating the best with people, or they haven't been communicating the best with you. Communication could be something that can fix this situation. So you've got a lot of words here. I'm just trying to kind of get a sense for what all we've got. You've got the number 28 too. So that's kind of what I was feeling, that a lot of the progress you'll be able to see more towards the end of the month. That I feel like right now, if you're watching this when I post it, it might just be that you're kind of needing to soothe and just be kind to yourself as you heal. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to involve a romantic situation, because I'm seeing heart right here. I'm seeing kiss me. So I think for many of you, this could be a breakup or a conflict with a romantic partner. Yeah, with this teardrop, I feel like there have been a lot of tears shed. This has been an emotional situation with this kind of whirlpool too. I feel like I always see that kind of speaking of being sucked into a situation and just kind of feeling like you can't get out of it even if you're trying to, and just kind of emotional situations. And then this little kind of alien looking thing, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Cthulhu, but that's kind of how I treat it. So the Cthulhu charm is representing just your fears, and a lot of the time your fears being bigger than the situation itself. So I feel like that's probably one of the big things that you've been dealing with, is maybe fear that you will break up, or that things won't get better, or that you won't find somebody else if you have broken up, and things like that. So that could be weighing on you. With this elephant, that has to do with a lot of things from your past. So it could be something that's been recurring from your past. There could be money concerns coming up a lot for a lot of you. This cat speaks of affection. So maybe you've been needing affection from people, or you're hoping someone will show you affection, and that could be something that's been causing conflict. This snake here is making a heart with his body. And a lot of the time I see that as kind of a deceptive energy, like either somebody is coming off kinder than they are, that beware of this person, that kind of energy. But on the other hand, I see it a lot as somebody you think is trying to deceive you, but they have the best intentions. They're just not going about it in the best way. With this moon card or charm, there's a lot of uncertainty and kind of mystery in the situation. And again, your fears are getting bigger. And I love that this acorn is sitting right by this big tree here that's flourishing. So I feel like if you put the work in and you've planted the seed, eventually it will grow to be this big oak tree here. With the bee, you've been working hard, and I feel like you have been burning out because of that. The butterfly speaks of transformation and the situation getting better, and there's another butterfly here as well. With this footprint, I feel like that often speaks of kind of past steps, like following in somebody's footsteps, but it can also be taking the first step towards something new. This feather here a lot of the time speaks of spiritual guidance, or the universe kind of sending you signs when things are hard to kind of give you a boost. And you've got this angel here too, so that's protective energy as well. So you could be getting kind of signs from the universe. You've got believe as well, so I feel like that's something to just trust and believe that things will get better, that you are protected, that you are being guided as well. You've got dream and adore here. So I feel like this is a situation where you want a better relationship to come your way, that you're hoping things will get better, and you're dreaming of somebody who will adore you. And you've got this little winking star here. You've got this other star that says just for you, and you've got the stars in the heart here. So I feel like, yeah, this is a wish that will come true. You don't have to worry about that. With that winking star, I feel like it's kind of, cheekily saying, yep, you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to tell you how things are going to work out, but it's coming to you, so just hang in there. So there's a lot of energy about trusting, having faith, just knowing that things will get better, even if you're feeling like they never will at this point. With this rocking horse, I feel like you've been kind of going back and forth and putting in the effort, but feeling like you're getting nowhere. With this shoe, I feel like, yeah, this has been a marathon for you. You've just been going and going and going, and you're just at the end of your rope where that's all that you can do. With this closed book, I feel like that's just kind of saying that you don't know what's coming next, but you're going to have to kind of turn the page in order to see what's coming next, that you can't stay where you are and also kind of know what's coming in the future. Just trust that better things are coming to you. There's a lot about kind of embracing your uniqueness too, because with this rainbow fish, that speaks of uniqueness, and with this flower too, that kind of speaks of kind of being perfectly imperfect and recognizing that even if there's not somebody, if you don't have somebody in your life right now that you feel is right for you, just trust that somebody better is coming along. You've got this bunny, so I feel like you're taking leaps forward towards the life that you want. And with this bunny playing tennis, that kind of embraces that like joyful, playful energy that I was talking about. This Mickey key has to do with just knowing that what's coming next and what you have the key to is magical and probably will feel too good to be true, so try not to doubt it, because it might be kind of shocking as to what's coming. And with this purse again, that speaks of potential financial issues that you've been dealing with. This little kind of clock face with the Roman numerals around the edge just speaks of divine timing and trusting that things are coming, even if you have no idea where you are in the process. With this little bear and bear cub, I feel like just this speaks of comfort a lot of the time, like the little one is kind of getting comfort from its mother. So I feel like you just might need to kind of comfort yourself, treat yourself like you would treat a kid in that kind of soothing process. And with the windmill, try to take those kind of difficulties and turn them into power to fuel you to move forward. And with this teapot, I feel like something's brewing for you. You don't have to worry, because you just have to wait a little longer for it to be the right time. You know that tea, you have to boil the water and then the tea has to steep for a while. So I feel like just know that that's in process right now. And then with this lock, just know that you have the key over here. So even if you feel like you don't have a solution right now, you do. And it will come when the time is right. All right, group 2, I hope this resonates. I would love to know if it does, so please let me know in the comments if this seems to resonate for your situation. And I'd love to know at the end of the month too if any of this came true. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you would like the video and subscribe to my channel so that you can see when I post new content. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful October, and I hope to see you next time. Hi Group 3, welcome to your reading. So let's figure out what's brewing for you this October. We are going to start with your tarot and oracle cards, and then I will do your charms after that. So for tarot, you have the Sun, which is a great way to start. Queen of Swords, and the Empress. So I have to say right off the bat, this is probably just going to be for a few people, but you could be either getting pregnant or having a baby, something like that, because both the Sun and the Empress have to do with birth. But otherwise, the Sun is just about clarity and joy and happiness and things just kind of getting brighter. So I feel like your October is going to be better than periods of time in the past that I feel like you're just going to be feeling pretty good this October. And with that Queen of Swords there, it has to do with wisdom and just kind of knowing what you have to do, having an inner knowing sometimes too, not always intuition, but using logic to get to whatever conclusions you are getting to. And then with the Empress, that has to do with nurturing and creativity, just giving birth to a new situation and figuring out what in your life you're wanting to grow. So for your oracle cards, you have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. So I feel like that's something that might actually come more easily to you in October, is having faith in your dreams, because with that Sun card, I feel like if you're thinking positively, that's going to be something that will help you manifest what you want to come to you more easily. And I feel like if you're having a hard time with that right now, just try to do things that make you feel good, you know, kind of take care of yourself, nurture yourself, allow yourself to kind of just play and embrace that kind of childlike sense of wonder and joy. Like, see how they're kind of dancing in this field of sunflowers here. I feel like sometimes that's what it takes, is to just do something light and fun and fluffy in order to bring up your energy and make it easier to kind of manifest things into your life. You've got enthusiasm, so that kind of goes with what I was saying with just being enthusiastic and being positive and just kind of get excited, figure out what could go right rather than just what could go wrong. You've also got inspiration and courage. So I feel like maybe you'll get some new inspiration this month, especially on like some creative project you want to work on, and maybe you'll be kind of gathering the courage to move towards whatever you're trying to do. And with that enthusiasm card too, I feel like you're kind of building up that potential energy to try to rush forward towards whatever you want to come into your life. So for your spirit cat, it says, Guardian. Meet Lavandrel. She stands sentinel, a gentle yet protective force. She can help you guard your mind against negativity, defeatism, and delusion. That kind of goes with the Sun card there. She is a shield that only allows the words and actions of people with compassionate intentions to reach the depths of your being. She keeps your true self safe as you journey into the depths, seeking understanding and healing. She is a master space holder. Lavandrel will hold your hand in her paw as you cry, as you dance wildly, as you merge with the all, as you dissolve and evolve. So that's kind of summing up a lot of this energy that I was just talking about, especially with the Sun, that just in that kind of like nurturing yourself too. So that's, I feel like you've got a really great kind of nurturing energy around you. So if you're having a hard time being joyful or positive, you've got energy around you and people around you who can help you do that. So just make sure you kind of tap into that this month. You've also got caution. Tread softly so as to not disturb the woodland floor. So I feel like that kind of goes with that Queen of Swords, like, you know, being enthusiastic and excited about things, but also planning things out logically, just making sure that you're careful where you step. not just kind of blindly rushing forward into things. And if we're going to kind of talk about the Sun and the Empress as birth cards as well, if that's not something you want, maybe that's an extra message for you as well, is to be cautious in that department. Okay, group 3, we are going to do your charms now, so I hope these cards are resonating for you. I'm going to get these out of the way and we'll reference them if I need to. So I'm going to use this heart dish to kind of figure out what's at the heart of the situation. Group 3, what's brewing in your life this October? Okay, that's interesting. Nothing landed in the heart, so I feel like your focus isn't necessarily in one department this month, and it could just be that because this is a general reading and not everything will resonate with everyone, maybe it's just so many different things are going on for everybody that there's not one thing that kind of fits with everybody's situation. So I'm actually going to move that out of the way so that I can see what we've got here. So I'm seeing a lot of kind of loving messages. I'm seeing hug, love. I'm seeing this hand kind of offering love. So I feel like, and this little hand symbol that means love. So I feel like just kind of embrace that loving energy this month. You know, reach out to people, show your love to them, allow them to show love to you. I feel like that's important right now, especially if you're trying to keep your spirits up. That's a good thing to just connect with people. You know, don't cut people off this month. You've got the number 8, so that could be a significant number or date this month for you. You've got this Ace of Pentacles up here. So that could be that you're planting the seeds for something that you hope to grow. That maybe this month you're planting the seeds and that it will grow into something later on. And I'm seeing the snowflake here as well. So it could be something that is happening in the winter or it relates to winter in some way. I'm seeing this lion here, so that's speaking of bravery and boldness as well. And with this running horse, it speaks of swift movement forward. You might be going through or you might have been going through kind of a tough emotional time lately with this whirlpool here, and then with the sword, you could have been kind of at odds with somebody else, and maybe you're just kind of in the period afterwards where you've been recovering and you're feeling better or you're trying to feel better. It's interesting. There's been kind of a through line through all of these readings today that are just kind of, there's a similar theme, but you're all at different stages in this journey. So I think that's really interesting. You've got these palm trees, so you might need to kind of take a break to refresh yourself. If you're trying to figure out the solution to a problem, you've got it with this key here. Just embrace your passion and you can take leaps forward. And with this ice skate here, I feel like even if you're feeling kind of wobbly and unstable at the beginning, just know that the more you move forward and kind of gain momentum, the more comfortable you're going to be as you keep moving. And I'm seeing the Arc de Triomphe here. So I feel like you will be triumphant in this. You will be successful. And you've got the fleur-de-lis as well. So there might be a French connection for some of you, but that'll only be for a few of you. But otherwise, it could just mean embrace that kind of light and loving energy. You might be getting a message this month from somebody having to do with an opportunity that you're wanting or something that kind of cheers you up. This owl speaks of using your inner wisdom, so that goes with that Queen of Swords energy as well. You've got the book Emma by Jane Austen, so that could relate to some of you, or the name Emma could resonate for a few of you. You've got the hand here, so that's a symbol of protection. It could also mean to reach out to somebody, or someone might be reaching out to you. You've got Gemini here, So that could also resonate with some of you. It could also just relate to multitasking and kind of talkativeness and chattiness and being social. And especially because it's next to this teapot that says tea time, maybe getting together with some friends to talk things out might lift your spirits, that sort of thing. You've got this feather here, so that's a symbol of protection, and the universe could be sending you signs of synchronicities, especially in the form of a feather, but it could also take the form of repeating numbers. Certain animals or birds could be popping out to you, especially on days that you're needing a message. Those could pop out, and maybe look up the meanings of those particular animals that you're seeing and see if something resonates with those. But the universe is sending you signs, telling you that you're on the right path. With this compass too, I feel like you're trying to figure out what direction you want to move in, or the universe is saying you're on the right path, so don't doubt your ability to tell what direction you need to move in. And this pine cone too is a symbol of fertility, so that goes with that Empress card. So if it doesn't mean literal fertility, it can also relate to creative projects being developed, or just kind of urging something to grow in your life. And this elephant in particular is one of my symbols for celebration, and kind of just embracing that joy and just celebrating even everyday events. So that kind of goes with that Sun card as well. Just embrace the positive things and just kind of make little things feel bigger by sharing them with people, and just embracing that kind of enthusiasm there. These glasses have to do with seeing things clearly, and that Sun card is also a symbol of clarity. So maybe you've been kind of in a fog, or you've been unsure where somebody, what somebody was intending, or you weren't sure of what was going on or something, especially with, I'm seeing this secret here. So maybe a secret has been revealed recently or will be revealed this month, and you're figuring out how to handle that. And with this helicopter too, I feel like it just has to kind of do with getting a higher perspective and understanding things from more of an objective, clear viewpoint, rather than being as close as you are to the situation. And with this kind of stylish dressed up cat here, that's my symbol for just kind of putting your best self forward, like kind of getting to the point where you feel your best and you can move forward into doing your best from there. So that kind of goes with that Sun too, that I feel like you're in a period where you're kind of building up your best self again, and able to just embrace positivity and enthusiasm and move towards whatever you want to happen in your life. And with this make, I'm seeing make here too, so that I do feel like for many of you, this is going to be a creative project that you're working on and that you're getting excited and enthusiastic about. And it might take some time with the teapot. That has to do with kind of letting something have the time to steep and brew. And it can also speak of getting together with friends and loved ones as well, that I think that will help you kind of feel your best, so that you can then move forward into the life that you want. And with crazy too, I feel like you're leaving a crazy time behind, or I feel like this could speak to a lot of people too, that there are going to be some crazy coincidences happening, especially with this kind of feather that means signs and synchronicities to me. I feel like a lot of people are going to be seeing things that are just, the coincidence is so unlikely to happen that you're going to just be shocked. So kind of keep an eye out for that. And, I'd love to hear if anything like that happens. So if something like that does happen, leave me a comment below. And I'd also love to know if this is resonating for people. If this resonates, please comment below. And if you enjoyed your reading, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, you'll be among the first to know when I've posted new content. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful October, and I hope to see you next time.